Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On in Lewis and the Villages of Five Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shop. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell. Here we are in Stephen Decatur High School in Berlin, Maryland, for the 17th annual War on the Shore Finals. Wrestlers from 5 states: Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and the District of Columbia here this weekend to crown the War on the Shore champion. Right now headed into the finals, Mount St. Joe's with an insurmountable lead with 270 points, probably already captured the team title, followed by Damascus with 214.5, Cesar Rodney with 150.5, Glen Elg with 139.5, and the Sussex Central Golden Knights out of Georgetown, Delaware with 116.5. Folks, we're going to cut away for the national anthem, and we'll be right back with War on the Shore finals action. So we're back, folks. We're getting ready to get into action here at 106 pounds. The number 1 seed from the home school, Stephen Decatur, Jagger Clapsaddle. He's a sophomore. He's 13-1, and he'll be taking on the number 7 seed from Coatesville High School in Pennsylvania, the sophomore, 11-1, Brennan McBride. Joining me shortly will be my broadcast partner, Mark Williams. He's making his way down to Berlin right now. So here we go, folks, 106 pounds. Clapsaddle will be wearing the green ankle band, wearing the black singlet. McBride wearing the red singlet and the red ankle band. And we're first whistle, and we're underway here, folks, at 106 pounds. So we said McBride, the number 7 seed, found his way to the finals. Clapsaddle, the number 1 seed. And Clapsaddle with an attempted shot, stuffed by McBride. McBride goes sweep single. And with the ankle whizzer is chin whizzer is Clapsaddle, and he's able to scoot away. No score here. Shot by Clapsaddle, and McBride scoots out of the way. 0-0 with 1:16 to go, and Clapsaddle's in on a single leg. And no control awarded yet. And we got a restart here. No score. We're back on our feet. 106 pounds. First battle of the night at the War on the 17th annual War on the Shore at Stephen Decatur High School in Berlin, Maryland. In the background, you can see the third place match going on. Shot again. High crotch by Clap Saddle. McBride looking to scoop behind. Referee right on it says no control. Goes to hook the leg. Now brings his hips up. And that should be a takedown there. No takedown award yet, and there it is. Takedown for McBride. He goes up 2-0. And now looking to work top side with the power half. And here's the backs getting the swipes here. Short time in the first period. And that's the end of the first period. That's going to be 3 back for McBride, the number 7 seed. Taking a 5-point lead. And Clap Saddle wins the toss. He's going to defer. Correction, McBride wins the toss. He defers. Clap Saddle takes bottom, or takes neutral here in the second period. And we're underway, second period at 106 pounds. You're watching 302 Sports, folks. Thank you for joining in. We'll have 6 Delaware finalists this evening. And we'll get to them next break in the action. Clap Saddle in on a sweep single, not there. Now he's looking to go double, locking the crotch by McBride. This is where he scored the last time. Now he's in a switch lift position here. Leg heavy on the head, locked in the crotch. Looking to pull it over and get the takedown. And now Clap Saddle looking to sub under. Still no takedown awarded. As McBride trying to scoot behind. And we'll get a break in the action. Stalemate back on our feet. 5-0 McBride from Cokesville, Pennsylvania. As we said, he is the number 7 seed. And that's going to be a caution. And we shoot out of bounds with 44 seconds left here in the second period. 5-0 McBride. Back to action here in second period. Shot by Clap Saddle, looking to go behind. McBride gets his hips up, rises up. .15 seconds left here in the second period. That's a takedown for Clap Saddle. And he'll close it to 5-2. Now with a low leg Turk. And I'm looking to get a little more here, but I think time's going to run out on him here in the second period. And we'll move to the third period with McBride leading 5-2. Third period action coming up here at 106 pounds. War on the Shore in Berlin, Maryland, right outside Ocean City. And Clap Saddle will take bottom position here in the third period. .52 McBride. Claps out trying to get that leg up and under, sub under, and we're going to get a stalemate. Correction, potentially dangerous. And we'll return with McBride in the offensive position on top. Minute 32 to go here in the third period. McBride with a 5-2 lead. And he wins the whistle and breaks Claps out down, now looking to put the boots in. McBride, boots in, looking to go top half, power half. Clapsaddle rises up. McBride throws in the boot. Now he's power half on the top side. Minute to go here in the match. McBride in the red with the 5-2 lead. And we'll get another potentially dangerous here with 47 seconds left to go in the match. McBride, I believe, is one of only 2 non-top seeds to make the finals. Most of our finalists are 1-2 seeds, maybe a 3 here and there, but he fought his way through that bottom half of the bracket to find himself in the finals here at 106 pounds. He's a sophomore, 11-1. And now he's looking to work that power half on the top side. 25 seconds to go in the match. And we get another stalemate. 14 seconds on the restart. And Granby by Clapsaddle makes it 5-3. And McBride with no stall calls is just going to try to stay away. Under 10 seconds to go in the match. And there's a stall cornering and a point. Three seconds left in the match. And it's going to end 5-4 for the number 7 seed, Brendan McBride of Coatesville. That's going to move us to 113 pounds. So we're underway at 113 pounds. Takedown ready for Barnaby. Barnaby from Mount St. Joe's is 22-4 on the season. He's a sophomore. And he faces junior 12-0 Patrick Hughes out of J.M. Bennett. And he's looking to get some backs right away off this first roll. And out of bounds, Barnaby up 4-0. And off we are. Barnaby takes him right to his back off an attempted roll by Hughes. Hughes, J.M. Bennett out of Salisbury, Maryland. Same conference here as Stephen Decatur. Mount St. Joe's private school out of inner city Baltimore. And Barnaby, son of head coach Harry Barnaby, looking for the fall here at 113 pounds. And gets the fall. Chris Barnaby, the number 1 seed out of Mount St. Joe's, he gets the pin at 113. And he'll be your War at the Shore champion. As we move to 120 pounds. It looks like they're going to hold the match until the third place match is over. So we're going to take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be right back with the 120-pound championship between Robbie Rosser and King Sandoval. And welcome back to Stephen Decatur High School in Berlin, Maryland. The War on the Shore, the 17th annual War on the Shore, and we're waiting for the third place match to end at 113 pounds down there between Kevin Bound of Cesar Rodney and not sure it's a Coatesville wrestler. But let's talk about the 120-pound finalist. Wearing the green ankle band, your number 1 seed, King Sandoval. He's a senior out of St. Mary Riken High School, 21-5 on the season. And he goes up against the number 3 seed, Robbie Rosser out of Milford. He's a senior, 22-3. Rosser, runner-up here last year at the War on the Shore. He's a Delaware State champ, currently ranked number 1 in Delaware. And folks, we'll talk about the next 6 matches, which are our Delaware guys. Starting off right now, Robbie Rosser of Milford. Coming up after that, Cameron Hayes out of Cesar Rodney, followed by Rashad Stratton of Sussex Central. At the 138, Jackson Dean out of Cesar Rodney. At 145, Kyle McDonough from the Sanford School. And then at 152, Andrew Brooks from the Sanford School. So those are your Delaware wrestlers in the finals. And for folks from outside Delaware, 302 Sports, that is Delaware's lone area code. So we are a Delaware-based company following Delaware High School sports, and we're down here in Maryland today for the War on the Shore. We're awarding the medals at 106 pounds. And finish up the talking about the Mount St. Joe Gales. Head coach Harry Barnaby has brought 8 guys to the finals. They have already wrapped up the team title. The Gales have. They're followed by Damascus, who has 3 finalists. And now coming to the podium now, the champion, Brennan McBride from Coatesville. Your champion at 106 pounds. So here we go, folks, 120 pounds. King Sandoval and Robbie Rosser. And referee approaches center mountain. Here we go. Shake of the hands and a whistle, and we're underway. And we're underway at 120 pounds. Rosser in the burgundy, white, and gold singlet. Sandoval in the navy blue and green singlet. And we're on the edge. 2-on-1 by Sandoval, and we're going to step out of bounds, come right back to the center. Sandoval right back to the 2-on-1. Rosser blocking. And Sandoval now goes trying to control his tie. Rosser to a hook on the right side. Shot by Sandoval, looking to dump. And we're on the edge. Rosser brings it back up. Rosser brings up a 2-on-1 of his own. And now we're both guys in an over-under. Right on the edge of the mat. Rosser steps in. And headlock. Big throw by Sandoval. Takedown. And getting the swipes. Sandoval looking for the pin here at 120. And Sandoval working that half Nelson. He's got the backs already. And now looking for the fall of the deep half Nelson. And gets the fall at 120 pounds. King Sandoval out of St. Mary Rankin, your champion at 120 pounds. Folks, some of the people that make this possible, bringing you this broadcast tonight. Louis Pizza in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Home of the Grinder, 11 Rehoboth Avenue, just steps from the boardwalk. Louis Pizza. Barkley Heating and Air out of Smyrna, Delaware. John and Ginger Barkley, big supporters of athletics. Big Smyrna supporters, but they support wrestling all around and football. One of our, they sponsored our out-of-town scoreboard during football season. Delaware Self-Defense Academy, Royce Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. The Dream Scouting Network was our Players to Watch sponsor during football season. They've stayed with us through the winter. Tonight, Wrestler of the Night, outstanding wrestler will be the Henlopen Hammer, sponsored by the Henlopen Hammers Wrestling Club. It'll be the Hammer of the Night. We'll pick one at the end of the night and hopefully be able to get him for an interview. So we'll have a Hammer of the Night. And then finally, all our broadcasts are sponsored by Sodell Concepts in out of Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and you'll see some of their commercials. 10 restaurant chains down the culinary coast of the state of Delaware. And folks, we're going to take one of those commercial timeouts right now, and we'll be back with 126-pound action.
Hi, I'm I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare in a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Soto Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Soto Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley, to cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Soto Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And welcome back, folks, to 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell here at Stephen Decatur High School. It's the war on the shore. And we're getting ready for 126-pound action. And let's talk about the participants at 126 pounds. The number 1 seed, Johnny McLaughlin, out of Damascus in Maryland. He's a junior, 24-3. And he'll take on, out of Caesar Rodney High School, the Riders out of Delaware, Camden, Delaware. Number 2 seeded Cameron Hayes, a senior, 25-2. Hayes, a 2-time Delaware State champ, 3rd last year. He was 3rd place at this tournament a year ago. The second of 6 Delaware wrestlers we're going to see here in the finals. So Damascus, Caesar Rodney coming up at 126 pounds and waiting for the final 30 seconds to tick off in the 3rd place match at 120. And we got some heated action over at 120 pounds. 3rd place match. Head coach Harry Barnaby didn't like the way his wrestler was shoved off the mat. And he wants to have a word with the official about it. The Gales bring 8 finalists. They are the defending War on the Shore champions and have already wrapped up today's team title. And hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to Harry Barnaby again after the tournament. And we have about 8 seconds left in that 120-pound consolation match. So here we go, folks, 126 pounds. The number 1 seed, Johnny McLaughlin, out of Damascus. He'll take on number 2 seed, Cameron Hayes, out of Caesar Rodney. Damascus, a Montgomery County school, right up on the Frederick County border. Caesar Rodney out of Camden, Delaware, in Kent County, close to the state capital of Dover. And Hayes will be the red ankle band. And wearing the blue singlet. And McLaughlin in the green ankle band wearing the black singlet. Hayes in on a single leg and gets the takedown. And now looking for a hazard roll right away. Getting the swipes. And Hayes gets 2 back points there. And on the edge, he's up 4-0 on the edge, and they go out of bounds with 1:15 to go on the restart. Cameron Hayes up 4-0. Hayes captures that cross wrist, then goes up to a claw ride. Hayes looking for another possible hazard roll here. Looks for a cutback hazard and going to get it. And no swipes, no points awarded. And there's the tilt and getting the count. Hayes picks up 3 more backs. He leads 7-0 here with 35 seconds to go in the first period at 126. Riders currently 3rd in the team score. And McLaughlin cuts and scores 7-1. Shot by McLaughlin. And on the edge, Hayes goes behind. And we'll be out of bounds. No score. We move to the second period. Hayes up 7-1. Looks like we're trying to correct the scoreboard. We do get it correct. 7-1. Lead for Cameron Hayes. Hayes won his first state title at 106 pounds when he was a Milford Buccaneer. And he's going to take neutral position. And then sophomore year transferred to Cesar Rodney, where he picked up his second state title, 113. And last year was 3rd in the state at 120. Shot by McLaughlin. He's in on the leg. Hayes able to counter. Now Hayes going underhook on the right side. And Hayes throws by and gets the takedown. 9-1, Cameron Hayes. And Hayes looking to roll through on a hazard and brings it back the other way. A little 2-on-1 tilt. Switches to an armbar tilt. Hayes getting the swipes there. And the referee holding 2. And the count resumes. 1:15 to go here in the second period at 126. Holding 3 backs for Hayes. And awards the 3. 12-1 lead for Cameron Hayes. And again, looking to go hazard. And we go out of bounds. Under a minute to go. Hayes leads 12-1 with 57 seconds. Hayes breaks him back down, comes right back to his feet, does McLaughlin. Rear standing by Hayes, he cuts and scores. 12-2. Lead for Cameron Hayes. Shot by McLaughlin. Reshot. And third shot coming up by McLaughlin. Hayes backs out of bounds. 40 seconds to go on the restart. And now McLaughlin is starting to turn up the heat. Trails by 10. Hayes doing a good job of dropping the head down block, and he goes to a sweep single of his own. Approaching 20 seconds to go here in the second period. And shot by McLaughlin on the edge. Hayes goes behind and does not get the 2. .14 seconds on the restart. And shot by McLaughlin. Hayes with good down block and pit defense. They've been able to go behind a couple times in this match. And the period ends. We move to the third period at 126 with Cameron Hayes with a 12-2 lead. And McLaughlin's going to take the top position. McLaughlin right to a spiral claw ride. Wants to step over. Hayes closing off the holes. Won't let that leg come in. We get a potentially dangerous. Crossface by McLaughlin. Looking to take it to a crossface cradle. Hayes circles out, comes to his feet, and gets the one. 13-2 lead for Cameron Hayes. In the blue singlet, we go out of bounds. Shot by McLaughlin. Hayes backs away. And Hayes gets called for warning stalling as he gets the takedown and going for some back points here. So Hayes up 15-2. And cut and score for McLaughlin. Shot by Hayes on the edge. McLaughlin looking to stuff it. Go behind here. 43 seconds. We get a stalemate with 41 seconds left here in the match. Shot by McLaughlin. Hayes stuffs it. And we go out of bounds with 25 seconds left in the match. Hayes leading 15-3. Shot by Hayes, sweep single, goes behind, gathers up the second leg. 17-3 lead for Hayes, and cuts him right away. 7 seconds to go in the match. And that's how it's going to end. 17-3 major decision for Cameron Hayes out of Cesar Riding High School. And he is your 126-pound champion at the War on the Shore. And joining me, finally making his way down here, Mark Williams. And Mark, so far, you get in at the right time because one of your Sussex Central Golden Knights is coming to the mat, one of 6 Delaware finalists. And let me give everybody the rundown here at 132 pounds. Your number 1 seed from Sussex Central, senior Rashad Stratton, 15-3. He's going up against number 3, Connor Strong out of Mount St. Joe's, a sophomore, 14-5. And looks like we're going to have a little break there. Talk a little bit about this Rashad Stratton. You know him as well as I do.
Yeah, he's very tough on top. He's very tough on his feet as well. He can do a little misdirection, likes to bang on the head, sweep singles. It's very tough to find somebody who can stop a shot when he wants to take one.
And he's going to be taking on the 3 seed out of Mount St. Joe's, Connor Strong. Connor Strong has saw him a lot coming up in the youth ranks. He's got quite the pedigree, and this is going to be a matchup here at 132 pounds. So here we go, underway, 132. Stratton shoots right away, stuffed by Strong. Shot on the edge. Again by Stratton, hooks the leg, and they go out of bounds. And minute 40 on the restart. So you got to see the tail end of that. I will get back because we're getting ready to start it again. I was going to say, talk about that 126 match a little bit.
Yeah.
And Stratton in on his 3rd shot, and right on the edge.
He's definitely pushing the pace here, trying to get a takedown. There it is.
And they go out of bounds. Takedown for Stratton. He's up 2-0.
Strong definitely stopping Stratton here from being able to throw a leg in.
Strong rises up to his feet. And Granby roll by Strong. Head, nice job, Stratton. Follow. And we're going on the edge. Stratton in the rear standing position. Another Granby roll by Strong.
Stratton following well here, stand behind elbows.
Stratton is in the yellow singlet from Sussex Central. Strong in the white singlet, Mount St. Joe's. Mount St. Joe's marked 8 finalists today.
Wow.
They've already wrapped up the team score, kind of like the Penn State of high school wrestling right now.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Stratton with a 2-0 lead and 33 seconds to go here in the period. And looking to tilt.
Strong doing a nice job here of not allowing Stratton to get anything too deep on top,
right. Strong, I believe, had a pin in his semifinal match. It was a tight match, and he was able to pull off a pin in the semis and make it to the finals. Strong looks, circles out, and just 3 seconds left. Needs a scoot, go behind. He's gonna not get it. He's gonna give him the one. So what do you think of that call there, Mark? That was a tight call.
It's a very tight call. Definitely a questionable call by the official. I probably would agree with him there. I think he probably would have had the reversal if there was another second or two on the clock, but it's definitely a good move to go ahead and give him the loss of control. It's a very questionable call you see as a loss of control call. You don't know which way to go, especially as a spectator if you're not sure of it.
Mark spends some time as referee. Are you still refereeing?
Occasionally here and there. I dabble in a little bit of everything.
Right. Sometimes known as the Amish referee. Back in
those
big
days.
Full beard, 2-1, Rashad Stratton here at 132 pounds. Stratton comes to his feet. Strong mat return. Stratton looks into a switch right away. But Strong doing a good job going right back up top and taking it out of bounds.
Some very good chain wrestling in this match. As soon as one does something, the next one's going to the following move.
And that was the whistle from the other match. Stratton rising to his feet. I think he realizes easily as he got to his feet, must be something wrong here.
Yeah.
So here we go again, reset 2-1. Minute 50 on the clock. Stratton comes up strong. Drops to a single leg. And I look cut back to the mat, and he does. He returns, and Stratton right back to all fours. He comes out front with a high half. Takes him to his back, getting the swipes.
That's the problem with trying that roll sometimes.
Right. And Strong doing a good job of keeping his feet in bounds to get the back points.
You're seeing that new high school this year, if they can still get near fall, even if the shoulders are out of bounds.
That's correct.
I like that. It gives the wrestlers a little more opportunity to continue wrestling.
Minute 26 on the restart. Stratton now trailing 4-2. Strong now looking to get some more on top. Gets one swipe. He gets the two. So the number 3 seeded sophomore taking advantage of this offensive position. Stratton rises to all fours. Strong out front. He's tough with this half Nelson, Mark. He's got that thing in deep.
Wrestler gets to all fours. He usually gets to his feet, and you got to go with the mat return, but he's not letting Stratton get out from here.
No, he's not. He's doing a great job of riding. Now he's going on a little spiral on a bar, and now goes to the wrist, transitions. He's going to step over the head. He gets one count. Now he's going to 2 1s, I believe that was. Nope, he gets 2. 8-2 for Connor Strong. Stratton, the third of 6 Delaware guys in the final, all in a row. Robbie Rosser fell to King Sandoval at 120. Hayes got a title. He beat Johnny McLaughlin with a major decision.
There's a stall call on Stratton there. He's got his head in the mat. I think the official wants him to at least make an effort here.
I tell you what, Strong took advantage of this top position this match.
He did.
And now,
I think that's an area Rashad knows he needs to improve on a little bit of his bottom game.
Yep. Stratton was a champion here last year at the War on the Shore. And we move to the third period at 132. So we move to the third period. Stratton will be down. Did he take down just then?
Strong took top there.
Took top. I was watching the coach go out on the mat for a little.
Yeah, I was.
And Stratton looking to switch. Strong hipping back in. And Stratton, he's not going to stay there too long. And now he's in a low leg Turk.
It's hard to do anything when they got a Turk that deep there.
Yes, they do. This strong kid, I'm telling you what, his top game's impressive. And now he's getting more backs. Turns him with the low leg Turk and the crawl space.
Nice fight there by Stratton to get off his back.
Gets off his back. 3 backs for Connor Strong. And there's another stall call. Stratton, that may have been a little quick.
I think so as well, especially
recovering off back points. Yeah.
Looked like he was being a little overpowered in the top position right now too, which
12-2 and minute 19 to go. Stratton, this comes to his feet. Able to turn in this time. Strong subs up. Now Stratton gets to an ankle. He's got to force a scramble here and work this leg out. And then Strong just gets that single leg and now working across the ankle. Under a minute to go here in the match. Strong with a major decision so far.
Stratton trying to go body lock and roll. Let's go there.
And we're going to get a stalemate. 40 seconds on the restart. Folks, you're watching 302 Sports. Thanks for joining us here in Berlin, Maryland, close to Ocean City for the War on the Shore, the 17th annual War on the Shore. And Strong doesn't let anything up. I mean, he's up 12-2, and he's not even going to get the escape. He's staying right on top where his strength is.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the versatility he's had on top here. He's hit a couple different moves to get near fall and a couple different ways to return Stratton back to the mat.
There he goes, comes right back to that low leg Turk. It looks like he's going to go low leg cradle now. Under 10 seconds to go here, and now Strong with a cradle. He's getting more swipes. Holding 2.
Stratton does a nice job of clearing his arm there to break the lock.
And gets 2 more. Major decision for Connor Strong, number 3 seed at 132 pounds. And he's your champion. He knocks off the defending War on the Shore champion. So great match. And we're going to be moving to 138 pounds. Where we have Jackson Dean out of Caesar Rodney versus, he's the number 1 seed, versus Seth Fillers.
Benny, you got a little information on Dean here, don't you?
Just a little. Jackson Dean, I'll get to that in a second. Jackson Dean, defending Delaware State champion. He was a freshman last year, and now a sophomore. And he's up against Seth Fillers, junior, 15-4. But a little inside information, my son, full disclosure, assistant coach at Caesar Rodney and works a lot with Jackson Dean. And Jackson Dean's going with that double leg, now looking to dump. And you talk about chain wrestling, that's 2-0 for Jackson Dean. He's got 3 first period pins in this tournament.
He's very tough on top. Watched him the other night in the dual meet against Sussex Central, and he just came on top with a couple cradles 2 different ways and got the fall in about 40 seconds.
All right. He's the number 1 seed in this tournament. And he leads 2-0 here in the first period. And then one thing about Dean is he uses the whole mat.
You never see him stop for 6 minutes. He's wrestling the entire time. Nice crossface there from Dean.
And he's got a huge crossface cradle. The people that are Jackson Dean fans or know Jackson Dean. He had kind of a not the put away pin the other night against Sussex Central, but he helped.
It definitely was a big help.
Right. Late in the match with only 3 matches to go, he gets the fall at 138. He's your number 1 ranked wrestler in Delaware. And he leaves 2-0 here. Mark, your thoughts on the new 2-piece uniform? Seeing quite a bit of them this year.
I've seen quite a bit of them. I'm not sure. I've never worn them.
Right.
I think Caesar Rodney's look a little nicer to me just because the tights are a little tighter.
Yeah,
a lot of the programs have the loose shorts, and I'm not sure I'd like to practice in those. Or
we'll see how they make out. But yeah, they went with the tight fit and the big rider on the back.
Yeah, I think it's a nice piece for some kids. May be embarrassed by the singlets.
Right.
So it definitely gets another wrestler who might not want to wear that out on a mat.
Right. 2-0 for Jackson Dean at 138 pounds. He'll be in the bottom position here to start the second period. Dean right away coming up to his feet and looking to sub under his bottom leg. And then steps over. And he has the 2 reversal. And you said it. You talk about chain wrestling. This kid is the epitome of chain wrestling. Now he's looking to go low leg.
It's one move to another with him. He's going to trap that leg there, but he's going to go right back to this crossface cradle, I believe.
He's looking low leg cradle there. Just wasn't there, and now he's just going to come out to what he does best, is that crossface cradle. He's a sophomore, 23-2 this season. Like we said, defending state champ.
It's crazy how many matches they wrestle anymore.
I know.
I mean,
I think I may have wrestled 30 when I wrestled.
Yeah.
That was a long season. Now with 5 or 6 tournaments a year. And Dean looking to score here on the edge. And they're going to go out of bounds. Under a minute to go. 56 seconds when we restart.
Hey, we got to steal off and go up. Let's go.
We're at 138 pounds at the War on the Shore. I want to thank head coach Todd Martinek for inviting us down. It's our second year we've been here for the finals. And I want to thank all the people that are joining in. I'm Benny Mitchell, with me, Mark Williams.
Nice follow by Dean there.
And Dean's another one. He is stubborn, does not like to give up points. Just like the young man we saw last match in Counter Strong. He's just not going to give anything up. Hates to talk to his dad off to the side a couple times during the year, and he says he just hates to give up points.
You got to score, but you got to make sure you score more. So the easiest way is to not give them any.
That's it. And they go out of bounds. 26 seconds left on the restart in the second period at 138. So Fillers already has done what nobody else has done this tournament, not get pinned in the first period. And he's a tight 4-0 match with Dean.
He's wrestling well. He's got good hand control. But Dean's just been a hammer on top.
And there's another little step over by Fillers, and he gets it. And Dean wise to bail there and go to his belly.
About 10 seconds here, see if Dean can get a point before the end of the period.
Looking for a Peterson, it looks like. And that's how the second period is going to end. 4-2, Jackson Dean. And Filler's going to go to his feet. So here we go. Third period, 2 minutes on the clock. 4-2 for Dean in the blue singlet. Fillers takes the neutral position.
Yeah, you just can't go down again. I think that's the right move from Fillers there.
And Dean almost gets stuffed with that underhook as he takes a sweep single. Shot. And right back on the re-attack is Dean. Not there. He's going to come right back to his feet with an underhook on the right side. And we go out of bounds. Dean almost threw him right to his back. Dean's shaking his head on the way back in. Seems to be a little bit of a hobble on that ankle.
Yeah, I was a bit curious. After that second shot, we didn't see much more pressure from him.
No, if something happened when he got stuffed and he went down to that knee, if he twisted that ankle, he's right back at it. Right back on the attack. 4-2, he leads. Approaching a minute to go in the match. Shot by Fillers. Dean looking to go behind. Reshot. Fillers gets him in a front head position. And Dean right away tucking that elbow in. Watch out for a dump here. One of his signature takedowns is that little dump.
Filler's doing a nice job of controlling his upper body so he can't get that dump as well. But if he can get his right hand to that leg.
And there he goes looking for that dump. And we're going to get a stalemate with 34 seconds on the official clock. And Dean in a three-point stance. Nice shot. And we're going to get potentially dangerous.
It's the right call. You can see the knee go. Piper extended the other way there. 25
seconds on the restart. And Fillers backs up and then comes right back in for action. Under 20 to go. 4-2 lead for Jackson Dean out of Caesar Rodney in the blue singlet. And there's a high crotch attempt by Fillers. Then he tries to throw. Dean, great balance, goes behind and scores the takedown. And cuts him and wins 6-3 for Jackson Dean out of Caesar Rodney.
Nice win for Dean. Nice to get a little competition in on the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's your 138-pound champion, Jackson Dean, 6-3. And up, a little bit of upstate Delaware version now as we move to 145 pounds. Your number 1 seed, Ryan Lawrence, out of Damascus, 27-0. He's a senior. Up against number 2, Kyle McDonough from Sanford School, 14-2. Talk a little bit about Kyle McDonough.
Kyle McDonough is a well-known name. Him and his brother wrestling for Sanford. It's nice to see little upstate action down here south. Sanford always has a couple hammers in their lineups.
He's the number 2 seed. He had a tough match last night. Kid by the name of Sammy Togus out of Wilson in D.C. Won it 6-4. And we go out of bounds. 0-0.
Nice shot there.
By headlock by Lawrence. Gets the takedown and the backs.
Lawrence has to get his butt here to the mat, elevate the head. He's trying to follow the head too much.
Looking for the fall. Long time to be there for.
If you're McDonough, you got to try and wrap a leg here and roll him over. We'll try. There it is.
He's going to get the fall. It's a big pin for Lawrence out of Damascus. That's going to move us to 152 pounds and our last Delaware wrestler of the night. A kid that had a tough break last year, got injured early and didn't get a whole lot of wrestling in. But he is your number 3 seed, and he's here in the finals. Andrew Brooks, 16-2. He's a senior. He's up against Josh Labach out of Archbishop Curley, a senior, 15-0.
I believe Brooks is number 1 in the official 302 rankings.
That's correct. He is. He missed a whole lot last season. Came back with about a week and a half, 2 weeks left in the season.
I believe he placed 4th in the state last year at 160.
In a tough weight class. Yeah.
Very tough weight class. You had 2 returning state champs in that weight class.
Yeah, battling out for the championship. And he's a 3 seed. Brooks is today. Now, folks, I think we're going to have time for a commercial timeout. And we'll be right back with some action at 152 pounds. And welcome back to 302 Sports. Benny Mitchell with Mark Williams. And Mark, you walked right up as Cameron Hayes got that first major decision to first Delaware kid to win here. Talk a little bit about that match. Cameron just looked pretty good on his feet. His counters were on point, and, his shots.
Yeah, he was very dominant on his feet. Got the takedowns. He was letting him up occasionally towards the end there to get a couple more points. I think you see it a lot with these kids. You want to make sure you secure the win, but then you want to build a major, build a tech, and then go for the fall. And that's just what he was doing. You could see each shot he was trying to score a little more once he got down to the mat to go ahead and get some extra bonus points.
Coming up here at 152 pounds, Josh LeBach. He's the number 1 seed of Archbishop Curley. He's a senior at 15-0, taking on Andrew Brooks out of Sanford, 16-2, a senior. And we were talking off the air about the Sanford school, and they only brought 6 kids here, and they struggle because we've talked many times off air. They had no football program, therefore they had no upper weights.
Yeah, you lose pretty much theoretically 195 up from there if you're not going to have a football program. You may have a kid here and there, but it's nice to have athletes who play more than one sport.
Something a lot of college coaches are looking.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Looking at now is that multi-sport athlete as we wait the finish of the match on that too.
And that's what always gets to me is the kids who talk about they're only playing football or baseball because they're looking to go to college. A lot of these college coaches are looking for a kid who's playing 2-3 sports a year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to give your body a break. It's a little difficult to be doing the same thing 365 days.
Absolutely. Talking to Todd Martinek before the finals, and one thing I like about this tournament is there's so much variation. You got teams from, Southwest Virginia here, a team from Washington, D.C., actually one wrestler, and then he's the one that gave McDonough a battle in the quarters. And then you got your Delaware flavor, you got your upstate, your south state, downstate. Then you got the cross the bridge, 3 Bayside Conference teams here today. And then a couple teams out of Pennsylvania, one private, one public. And just a lot of different styles because you come from a lot of different areas.
Yeah, and that's really nice to see. And I think it's a big thing for coaches when you're looking at tournaments to go to. This is definitely one because of that versatility you get. You get tired of wrestling the same schools over and over. You see it. A lot of the Delaware teams hit each other 3-4 times a year with a dual meet in the tournaments they go to. So
and especially when you get down to the end of the season.
Yeah, it's very nice to go ahead and get some different wrestling techniques taken against you.
This is the 17th annual War on the Shore. And here we go at 152 pounds in the black singlet. That's your number 1 seed, Josh LeBach. And in the white singlet,
both wrestlers a bit eager
Andrew
there
Brooks.
going for the head.
Here we go, underway at 152. And right now they're awarding. I just asked you out there, did they stop awarding because they were so fast going from match to match. So underhook on the left side for LeBach, and keeping Brooks' head down, go out of bounds. Brooks was a state champ as a sophomore at 138 pounds. Last year, wrestled 160, and like we said, a lot of that was the, coming back so late from the injury, and now down, healthy looking 152, and gets the takedown off that dump.
Sweet dump, but you got to hold on to the arm there to get your near fall out of that.
Now he's looking to run a straight bar here. And LeBach looks like he's looking to circle out. Comes to his feet, brought back down. Granby roll, little scramble going on. And Brooks able to control it.
Brooks had that leg tied up. Really wasn't much LeBach could do from there.
Coach Peoples doing a great job with little. We talked about it off air. He's doing a great job with what little he's got. Possibility of he's got 2 guys ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state. Chaz 106 was. That ranking will change after getting beat by Wisniewski last night.
I was actually checking the brackets out earlier and thought, I can't wait to tell Benny's got a little shake-up in his rankings.
I got work to do at 106. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do there because I was really, really hoping for a Wisniewski Ankrum rematch today.
Yeah, for sure.
Need somebody to either knock off Simpson or Glass at 106. They're kind of hurt me there as far as rankings go. Still 4-0. And end of the first period, Brooks up 4-0. I get
A bit
to
of
see.
confusion from both coaches here.
Right. I think Brooks wants back points. Get to see a lot of Andrew Brooks, as probably you do too, because he likes to hang around the beach in the summertime.
Yeah, he's definitely a beach kid. You see him down there with Dante Mediato and Tony Mediato. I see them quite a bit.
So they're taking away 2 back, which makes it 2-0 for Andrew Brooks.
The Bach defers. Brooks will go down here in a second.
Brooks torn ACL last year, or I believe it was an MCL, because he was able to come back. And he cuts and scores 3-0 for Andrew Brooks. Shot by LeBach on the edge, reshot out of bounds, no change, back on her feet with 1:51 to go. Again, folks, you're watching 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell, and with me, Mark Williams tonight, filling in for not only your workmate, but now you're his 302 workmate.
Oh, yeah.
Avante Drummond gave you the assignment tonight.
Avante gave me a call last night, said he couldn't make it tonight, asked if I'd be interested, and I said, yeah, I don't have anything else going on. I was going to be at home watching your broadcast anyway,
There
so
you
why
go.
not be
Might as well
aside?
come down and put a headset on.
Oh, yeah.
Super duck attempt by McLaughlin, or excuse me, LeBach, I'm sorry. Oh,
To the ankle.
a little sweep to the ankle. And now just looking to be patient and score here.
Sucking back in here.
Attempt for a funk by LeBach.
You've got to watch for potentially dangerous here with him on his head like this.
And now we go, high man wins. And Brooks is going to get the height. And Brooks is going to score a takedown. So Andrew Brooks starting to look like the Andrew Brooks of 2 years ago. A lot healthier this year. And
I think he's finally becoming comfortable with the weight. 38 to 60 is a very large jump.
well, and that was a natural, kind of a natural weight jump because he was so late getting back into the season. And he probably could have sat out. And he's a competitor, and he wanted to come back and try to get a state title, second state title. And
Bach goes for the Peterson roll, but he just goes out of bounds.
33 seconds on the restart. 5-0 Andrew Brooks. And folks, you remember, keep an eye on our social media, our Facebook and our Twitter pages here for 302 Sports, because we got a lot of action going on. Basketball, a couple nights a week. And we have a downstate match of the week. Last week was a good one as we had a big Henlipen Conference Northern Division matchup where the Cesar Rodney Riders, some might call it an upset, maybe mild upset, knocked off the defending state champ Sussex Central Golden Knights, but heck of a match coming down to the second to last match of the night.
Yeah, it was a very good duel meet. I ran those numbers a couple different ways.
And we move to the third period, 5-0. LeBach is going to take neutral. Shot, double leg attempt by Brooks, and look LeBach, look at what, trying to step over out of the little front headlock position. Another double leg by Brooks. LeBach stuffing his shots, goes rolling mixer, takedown. As Brooks reacts, and he's getting the swipes, and he's looking for the fall here in the third period. And now Brooks going to take his time, looking for the fall.
Put that chin in the shoulder, try and pin it to the mat a little bit. Nice reverse half here from Brooks.
Brooks, plenty of time, minute 14 to go. He's going to pick up 3 more backs here. And he does, 3 back points. And Brooks goes up 10-0 here in the third period. And looking to rebound from that injury season of last year. Sanford, a small private school at the very north end of the state of Delaware. I think 4 years ago, they were in the Division II state finals, Bulls.
Yeah, and that's where the forfeits caught up with them there,
Right.
too.
Lost to Milford. That was their first of 4 state titles.
They were very dominant in that match, but 6 points will hurt you.
Back to 302 Sports, folks, this Wednesday night. Myself and Scott Cameron will have the call. Indian River travels to Milford in a big Southern Division II matchup. A lot of people think Milford's ripe this year. Big lift and return by Brooks. 10 seconds go in the match. And they go out of bounds with 5 seconds. Yeah, a lot of people think Milford's ripe. We're going to see Wednesday night. And then the following Monday, they'll have Laurel, the number 2 ranked team in the state. Milford's still ranked number 1. Head coach Don Parsley looking for his 3rd straight, 5th overall dual title. So we have a caution on Brooks. That return by Brooks. And there's your champion at 152 pounds, Andrew Brooks from the Sanford School, the Warriors. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial time out as we finish up on the other mat. We'll be right back with more War on the Shore. And welcome back to the War on the Shore. Here we go, 160-pound action. Number 4 seed, Jacob Jones made it through. He's from Glen Elg. He's a junior, 23-2. And he's up against number 2 seeded I believe we have the wrong name, folks, which I got strictly off the bracket. So we're going to have to correct this. Who we got out? Oh, that's correct. It's Preacher out of Nisman River. That's correct, the senior. He's wearing the camouflage red, black, and gray singlet.
You just couldn't see him with the camo on.
You couldn't see the name on it now.
Yeah.
24-1.
Nice shot there, low single.
No score here. First period action at 160 pounds. Jacob Jones out of Glen Elg, out of Howard County in Maryland. Nisman River out of Virginia.
Referee going stalemate. You can see him anticipating that one.
44 seconds on the restart. And we're 0-0 at 160 pounds. War on the Shore. We're done with our Delaware guys, Mark. So now it's on to the out-of-state guys. This is a Maryland versus Virginia matchup. Delaware puts 3 kids in the finals, or 6 in the finals, and 3 come through with titles.
It's nice to come to the tournament, see the Delaware kids get a little push.
Absolutely, and at the end of the night, we will pick a hammer of the night. Outstanding wrestler. Nice high crotch there by Peacher. And he's going to score, get the takedown. Peacher up 2-0.
He's been relentless with that single leg attack, and it finally paid off for him.
Yeah. He gets it late as time runs out here in the first period. And we'll move to the second period.
Jones defers. Peacher's going down.
Peacher in the camouflage red, black, and gray uniform, and Jones wearing the black uniform
right to that
representing Glen
cradle.
Elk. Now he hips back, hip to hip, looking to pull back. He's got it. He's going to get some swipes here. And Peacher able to come out of it and get the reversal. 4-2 Peacher.
We got 2 near fall there as well, so that's where the 4-2 comes in.
And now hazard roll. A little risky there by Peacher.
Yeah, we seen him look for it at the end of the first there, so I knew that 2-on-1 would come sooner or later. Got a Turk on it. He's going to swing the gate. Jones to his feet, and they're out of bounds.
Minute 10 on the restart. Four to 3. Here at 160 pounds. Second period. And we have a referee in our way. Never fails. There we go. Thank you.
Fails.
Great, thank you. I tell referees all the time, when you go to your meetings, please tell them not to stand in front of the camera. .36 seconds left on the restart. 4-3 lead for Peacher. Again, I want to thank those folks for joining us in. Just looked at the YouTube stats, and 60-plus people watching tonight.
That's awesome. I think a lot of people are really excited and thankful for what you do, because a lot of people can't make it to the tournament.
That's right. Especially in dual meets now with these 5:30 JV starts.
Everybody wants to switch to dual meets earlier, but it's just hurting the programs and the attendance of the matches.
And time runs out.
Time runs out.
No change. And the Nasman River fans, they're not happy. They want a stall call.
Coach headed to the table also to question a takedown. I don't think that's going to get changed, but I can see where they're a little frustrated with the takedowns.
Right. Heard from the bleachers, 6 shots to 3. I don't know if that's enough to get you a stall call.
I don't either. And just because they think it's a shot doesn't mean it's a very committed shot either. Referees
confer, and they agree to disagree. Here we go. Third period at 160. And Peacher up 4-0, and he's on top in the camouflage singlet. He's out of Nasman River, Virginia, the Warriors. The night moving right along, 6 o'clock already, and we're more than halfway through the finals. If we started any earlier, you'd have missed them.
Yeah, I know. I was told 5:30, and then I was checking Facebook as I was driving, which I don't recommend.
Right.
And I noticed that you were starting at 5. I had to go a little quicker to get here.
Yeah, things were moving along pretty good.
But that's good for a tournament, especially with the distance some of these teams are coming from. You want to get them out of here and back home.
Minute 18 to go in the match. 4-3 lead for Peacher. He's on top. Jones comes up to 1 foot. Now he comes up to all 4s. Peacher applying the pressure out front.
He's got a claws trying to spiral right down here.
Granby roll. He's going to come out. Ties it up. 4-4 with 54 seconds to go in the match. Shot by Peacher. Go behind. Takedown for Jones. 6-4. Jones, Peacher comes back in. He looks confident, Mark, coming back in at that late takedown. 35 seconds to go. And we're going to get a false start on top.
I think that one could have went either way.
Right. Peacher sits out. Granby roll, gets the escape. And now he looks for a super duck, not there. And now he takes a shot. A little shrug. Peacher going to work here with under 20 seconds to go in the match. And we go out of bounds on our feet, 19 seconds.
Peacher's got to put the pressure on here and take some shots. He can't tie up and hang in there.
Takes a quick shot off the whistle. Jones looking to go behind again. And Jones is going to break him to the hip, get the takedown. 8-5 for Jones. And he's your champion at 160. Jacob Jones from Glen Elg in Howard County, Maryland. And we're going to move on to 170, and we're getting ready to see Murderer's Row out of Mount St. Joe's. So at 170, we have Justin Henry from Mount St. Joe's. He's a junior, just 8-0 on the season. He was your number 1 seed. And he's up against the 3 seed, Matt Sotka out of Glen Elg. He's a senior, 20-4. Henry will be in the green singlet. I believe that's going to be a purple singlet when he's done.
Like you said, Mount St. Joe already wrapping up the team score. You know there's a good string of wrestlers from somewhere, and this is where you're getting ready to see it.
Yeah, they had already wrapped up the title long before the finals started. 8 guys into the finals. I mean, it's just impressive. And we're waiting the finish on the 3rd place match.
Got a little bit of blood time over there, so it could be a couple minutes.
Little mix of referees here today, too. Some Delaware guys and some Maryland guys, some Virginia guys, some Delaware guys that want to be Virginia guys.
Yeah.
Mr. Sawyer making his way up from Virginia.
Yeah, it's always nice to see Jake Sawyer come back and do some Delaware stuff. I know Maryland really appreciates Delaware coming down and helping out. They're always willing to call and ask for the help.
Not a lot of referees on this area of Maryland. Seems to be. That Bayside Conference. I know a lot of Delaware guys come over and do Bayside Conference matches.
Yeah, I know they call quite a bit and wonder what our availability is for a lot of our guys. And it's definitely a sport. Not only is it nice to get back to the community, it's a nice way to make a little extra cash for anybody
absolutely.
out there. Not sure how they can contribute back to the sport.
Yes, any ex-wrestlers, you get in free too.
Yeah, you get in free.
And you get free advice.
They feed you.
Right. You get free advice from the fans and coaches. So, you're always going to be better.
You got to have a little thick skin to it, that's for certain. And it's really cool sometimes you get those real experienced guys who actually officiated you when you were younger.
That's right. Absolutely.
I know working with Charlie Wilson's pretty neat. My mom still has photos of him officiating when I was 5 years old, so it's pretty cool.
So here we go, folks. Put 2 minutes on the clock. The next 5 matches will feature Mount St. Joe wrestlers, so kind of a mini dual meet for the Gales. So here we go at 170 pounds. Out of bounds right away, no score. As we said earlier, Mount St. Joe's private school out of inner city Baltimore.
And Henry looks to be favoring that right leg.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's part of the reason for that nice big knee pad he's got on there or not.
Well, he's only got 8 matches this year, so kind of makes you wonder if there's been an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's heavy on the attack. And you're right, he's really favoring that right leg.
Yeah, and he looks to be not breathing heavy, but you can tell he's taking some deep breaths. It definitely might have something lingering here.
Tries to snap, circles, goes behind, turns him around, and you can see heavily favoring that right knee.
It's hard enough to step on a mat, let alone with an injury.
With an injury, yeah. No score here at 170 pounds. A little bit of a super duck action. He can't drop that knee. And now he tries a little slide by, not there. And another duck attempt will go out of bounds. One thing he does have, he has some good head-hands defense, which he's going to need if you're wrestling on one leg.
Yeah.
We're in Berlin, Maryland, folks. Stephen Decatur High School, Warner Shore. Snap down by Henry. He tries to go behind. And I think you can pretty much say that reshots are going to be not in Henry's game in this match, because every move he makes is a ginger get back up.
Yeah. On his feet, he's definitely going to be trying to just have some head pressure.
Yeah. And takes another shot. I tell you what, he's taking all the shots so far in this match.
Yeah, we say that, but he has been firing off shots.
Another super duck attempt. That time pounds on the left knee. It's a little adjustment he makes there going the other way. And they go out of bounds with 2 seconds left. No score here. He's going to see what he can do on bottom with this knee. So we'll move to the second period, 170. No score.
Choice goes to Saka. He's going down.
He's going to go down right away.
If Henry can get some points on top here, you may see him take feet in the third period just to stay off that knee.
Goes to a tight waist and ankle, comes to his feet, scores right away to Satka. He's up 1-0.
Wasn't much pressure when that injured leg's your back foot. It's hard to apply anything.
The Glenelg Gladiators. Shot, low single, and he just can't recover. He gets down that knee and just couldn't recover, come up and finish. And we go out of bounds. 1-0 lead for Satka.
You'd imagine Saka would be firing off a little bit more shots here.
Right. Oh, double leg by Henry. He's in deep, and they're going to go out of bounds. And you can see the pain as he...
As soon as he got deep in there, he didn't even wrap around the legs.
He wanted to finish that one. And they go out of bounds. So still 1-0 for Satka. And there's a reattack, and they go out of bounds. And we talked about it. He just has no reattack. Anything. He's just one-dimensional right now because he either has to take a shot or defend. He's not able to reattack.
Everything's been heavy on the head, trying to snap down this last second period here.
And we go out of bounds. 49 seconds left on the restart. 1-0 for Saka. So I imagine Henry's going to have to take bottom position. Try to knock this score back up at one. Double leg attempt again. Can't get to the finish. Reshot by Saka out of bounds. 36 seconds. And stall call on Henry.
I think that was warranted. He's been backing out last couple times.
Shot by, that's where I think late in this match is. Oh, super duck, he's going to get it.
Gets it.
Does get it, takedown, and cuts him. Coach Harry Barnaby calling for a mat return, not to let him loose. 5 seconds on the restart.
Yeah, it would have been nice to hold on there, go in the third period with a 2-1 lead. He could have went back to his feet.
Yeah, now they're going to, Glenelg coaches want to question whether that was a takedown, I believe. It's 2-2. So 5 seconds left here in the second period. All tied up at 2. Henry's tried about a dozen super ducks and finally hits one.
Yeah.
Third period. at 170. And Henry's going to take bottom. He's going to cut him.
And Saka's going optional start, which is, I think, a bit questionable here. If he's got a favorable leg, I would attack it.
He's going to give him the free release. So 1 point lead for Henry. Henry does have a stall call. So maybe that's the strategy. Maybe it's time to start firing off some offense.
That was a deep shot there from Saka. You might see those coming in the third.
Minute 50 to go here in the third period. Henry with a 1 point lead. He's up 3-2. And his shots are starting to come slower and slower.
Coach is telling him to super duck again.
Saka with the elbow tie. Looking to pass it by. And again, look for that snap down to Henry. There he goes, sweep single on the right side. Gets two hands on it, and they go out of bounds.
Every time he gets deep in on a shot, Henry does, and he just has to let go.
Right. Now he's starting to lead with the bad leg. Double leg shot. He's in deep, just cannot finish. Got a king to the knee. Looks to peek out.
Run down the leg. Run down the leg. Peak hard. Pistol. Top 6, 160 pounds.
And we go out of bounds with 1:04.
Nice job of both wrestlers wrestling on the edge there.
Folks are watching 302 Sports. Benny Mitchell with Mark Williams here at the War on the Shore. 17th annual at Stephen Decatur High School. Want to welcome all our guests from Virginia, Maryland, D.C., and Pennsylvania, and of course our home fans. And not only supporting us, but when you support us, you support these high school athletes in the state of Delaware, and today elsewhere as well. So,
and that's what it's all about, is supporting the kids.
That's right. And we're going to go out of bounds with 41 seconds left. Shot in by Sadka. He's in deep on a single, and it's on that bad knee. He's looking to grab the other leg, and they go out of bounds with no takedown and 28 seconds left on the clock. And now Henry is starting to show signs that he's going to take an injury timeout. So he leads 3-2, and that was a deep shot hard on that sore knee.
And just looking at it from here, there did look like a large bump there on the knee.
All right. So he recovers back in. Justin Henry, the junior, he's 8-0. Injury time's over. Referee C.T. Baker comes back to the center of the mat. And it's a big, nice snot. He gets to the ankle, grabs up two, takedown. And they're going to say no takedown. He takes away the takedown. He initially threw up the two, and then takes it away. Now Henry does have a stall call, so he's got to be careful. Shot by Saka, re-attack. And they go out of bounds. 4 seconds on the restart. I think Henry just has to keep his hands low here and fight this one off. And another shot, looking to get two. Henry's able to keep it away.
All it is.
What a gutsy performance by Justin Henry. He gets the 4-3 decision, and he is the champion at the Warren Shore at 170 pounds. So,
got to give him credit. He wrestled from all three positions there.
Mad props for that kid. He put it out there. And let's say we're going to award some trophies to get right ready to go at 182 pounds. Where we're going to have David Schultz out of Mount St. Joe's, senior, the number 1 seed at 16-4. And he's up against number 2 seed Tyler Matheny out of Lake Braddock in Virginia. So here we go, 182 pounds. And they're going to wait till they, which I appreciate, because now we can type in the participants.
Yeah, and that's a good eye by official Jake Sawyer there. Not that they're necessarily in the wrestling circle, but it's hard to wrestle on the edge when you got people standing there.
Absolutely, especially when you get to the bigger guys. Matheny out of Lake Braddock in Virginia. And Schultz out of Mount St. Joe. You know, if they just keep Mount St. Joe's green for the rest of this the finals, I don't have to make a whole lot
That
of
would be the easier thing for you.
Absolutely for me. That is one of my favorite tools now is our new scoreboard here at 302 Sports. We have an interactive scoreboard. Don't have to bring a second camera for the scoreboard. I can give you the red, I can give you the green, I can give you everything you want here. And here we go at 182 pounds. We're underway. And shot by Schultz and looking to go behind there on the edge. And these are two tall, slapped together 82-pounders.
Yeah.
There's a shot by Matheny. And Schultz looks to go behind. Matheny on a reshot, over, under.
Over.
The Bruins of Lake Braddock. He's a senior, 28-2 this year. Schultz, 16-4, also a senior. So two seniors battling out for the war on the shore title here in Berlin, Maryland. Shot by Schultz, and we're out of bounds. Nice wrestling name, David Schultz.
Very good wrestling name.
I think I've heard that before.
Yeah. I every time I see it on the bracket sheet, I chuckle a little bit.
Schultz had a 4-1 decision, or 4-2 decision over number one ranked in Delaware, Mike Wright of Sussex Central, who's wrestling for third place on the other mat.
Both these wrestlers starting to slow the pace just a little bit. As you get up there, 182, you see everybody want to slow down just a tad.
And then when you get to about 220, you see the over-under pummel.
Yep.
0-0 with 29 seconds left. These two showed a lot of action early, and then, like you said, kind of slowed it down a little bit. And there's a shot by Matheny. He's in on a single. Schultz looking to break the lock.
He's doing a nice job of fighting the hands there.
And he's going to take that to a double. Does have the double. 10 seconds to go. Lifts. Big mat return. Takes him down. Takedown for Matheny. No back points. Nice finish by Matheny.
Really nice finish. I thought Schultz had that body lock in there pretty tight. I didn't know if he'd be able to get it.
Matheny of Lake Braddock. He leads 2-0. He's in the yellow singlet. And Schultz of Mount St. Joe's in the white. As Mark Williams said, Matheny defers. Schultz will take bottom position. This and 3 more matches left in our finals tonight, folks. Thanks again for joining us on 302sports.com. Again, at the end of the night, don't cut us off at the finals. We'll have head coach Harry Barnaby. And then our wrestler of the night, the hammer of the night, brought to you by the Henlip and Hammers, tonight's outstanding wrestler. 2-1 as Schultz gets the escape. And Matheny's starting to show a lot of that up and down, in and out motion that got him to that single leg last time.
Schultz
Shot by Schultz
in the center.
Now he's going to sub up on that double.
One around the body.
And Matheny's got to be careful. This is not good funk position because he's caught between both legs. And able to get the hips out. Good funk defense there by Schultz. And no score. Nice scramble by the big guys. And we have blood on the mat. Probably from that big crossface.
Yeah, Matheny's bleeding out of his nose. Pretty good at this point.
So, folks, we're going to take a commercial time out during this blood time, and we'll be back with the conclusion of 182 pounds. So blood time is done. We're back to action at 182 pounds.
Another shot by Matheny.
He's in deep left single again. 45 seconds to go here in the second period. He's the number 2 seed. And doubles it up, gets the takedown. He goes up 4-1. The Lake Braddock Bruins out of the state of Virginia.
He's very long. He gets those arms around you. It's hard to get away from him.
And I tell you, biggest thing is he's showing a lot of good motion here for a big guy. A lot of in and out, up and down, and you know, making Schultz react, and then finding that single leg. He's not dropping to the knees, just a little pick. And now he looks like he's gonna get some backs off that Granby roll.
There they start.
And there's the stripes.
I think he's gonna be holding 2 here.
And he does. He awards the 2. 6-1 for Matheny. And it looks like he might have a cross arm under there. 5 seconds to go here in the second period. So we'll move to the third period. Matheny with a 6-1 lead and choice, and he's going to go neutral. And he's been tough on his feet in this match.
That's the best choice for him. You don't want to go underneath, especially if you don't know what's coming.
Hey, I tell my guys that all the time. Don't go under anybody you don't know. Shot by Matheny, front headlock by Schultz, double leg in deep.
Nice shot by Schultz to settle his hips there.
And we're going to get a takedown there. I was thinking possibly we were out of bounds.
I was too. I was glad the official let him wrestle.
Right, let him wrestle through it. 6-3, Matheny leads, and we go out of bounds with 1:32.
We got blood time again.
And blood time again. We're going to stay with the action this time, folks, and coming up, let's talk about some of the Southern divisions. So we're going to give the Southern Division some love this week as we take a look at Indian River and Milford, and we've already watched a lot of Northern Division action. What are your thoughts on this coming up? I think Indian River, who was this is a repeat of last year's state finals in Division 2, which came down to the second to last match of the night. Milford obviously has lost. They graduated from seniors, but they got some big guys coming back, especially in the upper weights. Can Indian River match up with that?
That's the thing, is can they match up? I think Milford definitely has the more complete team, but it's going to be a tough match. There's probably 4 or 5 matches you're going to circle that you might not know either kid's name, but it's going to swing the door quite a bit.
Right.
You see that a lot in D2 is you might not know the kid's name, but that match is going to swing that door.
Remember last year the Cape Henlopen Sussex Central match came down to 2 JV guys.
Yeah.
Both teams had to substitute or had to make some moves, and it was won by a JV kid from Cape Henlopen. So now looking at a good side headlock, gets the reversal. Now looking for the fall. He's got 2. He's got holding 2 and looking for more. Now looking for the fall here, and he's got it.
He gets it.
Your champion at 182 pounds, Tyler Matheny out of Lake Braddock, Virginia.
That was a nice match. Some good action from some bigger boys.
We're going to move to 195 pounds now. As Matheny comes back over to the right next to our broadcast table, and it must be a big tournament because that young man was excited with that pin. So we're going to move to 195.
I tell you, Benny, I wrestled 195, and I didn't look like this.
These guys are jacked. We have 195. Your number 1 seed, Paul Perkey. He has pinned everybody in under 30 seconds so far in this tournament. And he's up against Austin Stith out of Mount St. Joe's. He's a senior, 16-4. Perkey, a senior, 26-1.
Trying to go headlock, and they just step out. Perkey with this upper body, you can probably see why he's getting the falls in the beginning of the first period.
Right. And now he's in on a high crotch, looking to dump, go behind. Not there.
Nice job to continue on that shot he had. A lot of guys would have bailed and went back to their feet.
And we're out of bounds. 2-0 for Perky. Minute 8 to go on the restart. And Perky right to that side headlock. And look at maybe like a Merkel position here. No, he's going to come out with the inside wrist off that side headlock. Looking to pull it out and put it on the back.
Yeah, if you can pull it out and get it on the back.
And Perky looking to tilt, not there. Got to be careful. It might look like he's going to go Peterson. Now he's going to go cement mixer. And Perky pulls a headlock. Two back and an escape.
And I think that's a right call by Jake Sawyer there.
Right. Harry Barnaby wanted a reversal there, but I think they were out of bounds. So, problem with the score here. I thought he awarded 2 back in that.
He awarded 2 back, and then he gave Stith 1 for loss of control.
But they've changed the scoreboard to 2-1.
I believe it should be 4-1.
Now it's
correct?
4-1. All right. Always trust the trusty new 302 scoreboard.
It's never wrong.
It's not, never. Even if it's wrong, it's not. I'll just never admit it. Back to action. We're in neutral, 4-1. That 195. We're on the edge, front headlock by Stith. And looks to throw him to his back. That's 2 in my book. And now, did he get the 2?
He gave him the 2. He awarded the 2 to Stith there.
Wow, that could have been 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Referee late on the call there on the takedown. I thought it happened a lot earlier.
I thought it happened a lot earlier as well. And then Perky's foot touches the hardwood, and you got to stop it at that point.
All right. And it looks like we have blood time as Perky has a cut under his eye. But you know, these refs, they do a good job, and they can't be as perfect as us sitting over here.
No, of course not. And it's very high pressure situation, you know. It's hard to you get everybody yelling at you at once, and you're still trying to remain impartial and do what's right by the book.
All right. 4 seconds to go. Excuse me, 1 second to go. And Perky almost escapes there. So we're going to move to the second period.
Perky's going down.
So Stith able to escape the first period, able to escape the first 30 seconds, which nobody else has done. Perky comes to his feet, escapes on the attack right away. He leads 5-3.
We've got more controversy
Wow,
here from
the score clock's not keeping up.
Well, and sometimes you use this computer, the coaches get a little upset, but they're a second delayed or two. You learn these kind of things from being an official.
That's right. The track clocks are great. Just got to have people that can keep up with the pace.
Oh, yeah.
5-3 for Perky. Shot. He's in deep on a single. Now quarter Nelson by Stith. And he goes behind, has to return to the mat. And we're going to go out of bounds. No score.
Mount St. Joe wants a flea in the mat call there.
That's a tough call, that position, that rear stand. You got to go forward, and forward sometimes takes you. He tried to run the circle.
Exactly.
Just sometimes momentum takes you.
I think a flea in the mat's a really tough call to make, especially, you don't, like you said, you don't want to make it there. You only got one way to go, and that's forward.
That's right. Shot by Perky, not there. Stiff stuff to throws. And we're going to go out of bounds. No.
His right foot did touch out of bounds.
That's
I saw it as we were sitting here. The camera might not have called it.
He may want to save that one for a little later in the middle of the mat. Minute 6 to go in the second period at 195. Again, he's got that big front headlock looking to throw it over. Perky in on a single leg. He's going to lift. It looks like he's trying to go cut back single here. And now he brings that single leg up mid-level. Breaks his lock. And they go out of bounds. And sitting next to his assistant coach at Cesar Rodney, Trey Mitchell, shaking his head. Don't break your lock. He tells it all the time.
Yeah, you got that one leg. You don't want to give it up.
Yeah. That head hanging, it looks great. It looks like a cradle, but at the higher levels, it's just not going to happen.
They were talking about that last night in the Penn State-Michigan dual meet. It's very difficult there. The head hangs, like you said.
Right.
You think you can get it 9 times out of 10, you end up losing a leg.
That's right. Yeah, which is what just happened out there as we went out of bounds. 25 seconds to go. 5-3 for Perky in the black singlet for Damascus. You know, the shot is stiff. He's on his high crotch. Lifts. Turns back in. Perky has the chin. He's got the takedown. And he's getting some swipes. Looking for the fall. 5 seconds to go. And gets the pin.
2 seconds left on the clock, and he gets
Austin
the fall.
Stiff gets the pin with 2 seconds left in the second period.
He listened to his coaches, brought him up in the air towards the center of the mat, and that's what worked.
Outstanding match at 195 pounds. We're going to move to 220. First, we're going to wrap up that match on mat 3. Keegan Rill out of Mount St. Joe's. That's a Mount St. Joe's name. And he's up against Keegan Rill, 16-3, a junior. And he's up against the hometown kid, number 2 seed, Caleb Bourne out of Stephen Decatur, a senior, 13-0.
These are 2 fairly large 220-pounders here.
Yes, yeah. I watched Bourne's semifinal match, and he had a big pin, big first period pin. And now he's up against the number 1 seed in Keegan Rill. So our second Stephen Decatur wrestler in the finals. The first one, Jagger Clapsaddle, came out at 106 and lost to the number 7 seed, a kid that had just blew through the bottom of the bracket. And now the number 2 seed, Caleb Bourne, out of Stephen Decatur, the senior, takes on Keegan Rill out of Mount St. Joe's. And Mount St. Joe's, the 4th of 5 of these finalists right here at the end of the night. And here we go at 220 pounds, getting close to the end of the night. Shot by Bourne in deep on a double takedown.
It's a nice deep shot there.
Just a little junior high head slap set up right to the double.
Yeah.
Nothing special.
That's what works sometimes with these upper weights. You got to go to the basics. You need one move you're good at.
The Seahawks of Stephen Decatur, Caleb Bourne, he's on top. He's up 2-0.
Coaches are thinking about contemplating cutting him here.
They go out of bounds, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to give him the free release. And
Caleb says he's got it.
Yeah, he said not yet. Not yet. Real kind of looks in. And Bourne was looking to go low leg Turk.
Real set up with his legs there to the side, and that's what happened with them leaning into that a little bit.
Real cuts and scores 2-1. Bourne looks like he could be a solid college 197 pounder with his build.
Yeah, he's got a good build to him. He's tall, but he's got some good weight on him, too.
Oh, sit drag, takedown. Wow. You don't see a lot of sit drags at 220.
No, you don't.
There.
Especially one done fairly well like that.
Right, that was a very good job. Pulled the elbow in, sit and score. He's up 4-1.
Just bring the arm out to the back here. It's a really nice move. There's so much you can do from this.
Inside wrist, yeah. Zach Parker, Cesar Rodney, I think did this like 32 times in one season.
Yeah, that was his go-to move. You laid on your stomach and you tried not to give that arm up.
Now at Ohio University, and now he's getting the swipes here with less than 10 seconds to go in the period, holding 2. And gets the 2. 6-1. We move to the second period for Caleb Bourne.
Nice work from Bourne there on top. Coach wanted to cut him, but I thought he looked pretty good on top. Real defers. Bourne's going down.
This and one more match left in the night for the 2017 War on the Shore Finals. And we're going to get a false start.
On Bourne there.
Second period action at 220 pounds.
Bourne right to his feet and cuts and scores.
Cuts and scores. 7-1. Caleb Bourne in on a shot. Double leg again by Bourne. Uh-oh! Went to go mixer, not there. Bourne, not just nice job of circling away and avoiding that cement mixer.
I think he felt that coming from Real, and he just backed out of it.
Did.
It's a bad feeling when you get stuck down there in that.
On our feet. Second period, minute 26. Bourne up 7-1 in the black singlet for Steve Decatur Seahawks.
And Benny, you mentioned Bourne looking like he could be a good 197-pounder in college. I really wish there was another weight between that 97 and heavyweight in college.
Yeah, that's a big between 97 and with 285, 295, whatever college is. That was an ill-advised shot by Bourne. Just kind of fell to his knees and Real almost went behind. He's able to stay out of it. Looks to throw and gets the throw. There's a ball. Caleb Bourne with a fall for the Stephen Decatur Seahawks. And he's your War on the Shore champion at 220 pounds.
Very impressive performance from Bourne there for all 2 periods.
Yes, it was. I was getting ready to say, it looked like he was starting to get tired there, and then out of nowhere.
Well, when you're at 220 and you get tired, you got to go for the fall.
Mark, I don't know if you've seen this kid coming up, but this number 1 seed out of Dunbar, Jordan Pryor, 17-0. He's a junior. He up against number 2, Isaac Ryder out of Mount St. Joe's, 19-2. Let me tell you something about Jordan Pryor. He is a next level type guy at heavyweight.
He looks just from his size, looks like he moves well.
He does. He wrestles like a lightweight.
And those are the best heavyweights at transition, are the ones that can move well.
Mm-hmm. He's the only Dunbar poet in the finals. So here we go, underway at heavyweight.
Oh,
the Battle of Baltimore here.
Shoo, a lot of action. And the ankle band's already come off. That happens occasionally at heavyweight.
We have the Battle of Baltimore here at 285 pounds.
Both officials in there giving these guys a pep talk.
Between Mount St. Joe's and the Dunbar Poets. And it looks like Ryder just wants to stay tied up. Double leg
to his
back. Over right to his back. Takedown for Pryor. Getting the swipes. Looking for the fall.
Tries to go headlock here. He's got to get his leg out if he's going to do that.
That was a middleweight double leg right there.
And he ran straight through him.
Yes, he did.
Now we got.
They gave him 2 back and a reversal. As Ryder comes out, boots in, looking to go power half, but Pryor pulling the arm underneath, putting him in a bad position here with approaching a minute to go in the first period.
It's a lot of weight to be carrying, especially with both boots in. You got blood time.
4-2. We're going to get some blood time here.
You'll get that when you get a match this physical.
This is the first. I didn't even know Dunbar had a wrestling team.
I didn't
I
either.
know they had a heck of a basketball team and a pretty darn good football team. And their 195-pounder was in this third-place match earlier.
And I seen they have one in at 182 as well
Right.
for the third-place match. Well, when you're really good at football, only so many kids can start at
You
it.
can have some good upperweights, can't you? Well, 57 seconds to go, and now they're claiming there might be, looks like they're going to look at his wrist. And we had controversy last year at heavyweight, the last match of the night.
It never fails. The big guys, they like all the action on them.
And now we're looking to see if that was a bite. Two referees are conferring. And now we're going over to the head table. I'm not sure what we got going on here. I think they're going to bring the trainer out.
Yeah, they might be confirmed with the trainer for the bite. The bite's a very tricky call. You need to see the indents of the teeth and that the pressure was applied. It's very difficult. You know, your mouth gets moving and stuff.
Especially
with
when
that
you're throwing
cross face.
faces.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to call.
Nope, she's just going to tape it up. That's where the blood's coming from
Okay.
his wrist, apparently. But I do like it when I love it when the big guys get after it. I don't want to see any underhooks and pummeling here. I want to see wrestling. There we go, 4-2 for Ryder. Or excuse me, for Pryor.
Officials giving them another talk to take it a little easy on each other out there.
That's it. Pryor comes to his feet. Body lower.
This is the bottom leg.
That might be a Peterson type. No, he doesn't have the wrist.
He's going to end up calling potentially dangerous if he keeps pulling on this leg like this.
These guys think they're like 20 pounders? They're getting after
Yeah,
it.
they're doing some things you don't really see out of heavyweight, but that's good for the sport.
Looking for the reversal. No, he rolls it through on the side headlock.
That should be an illegal move, and he's going to call it.
Illegal hold. 1 point red. So Brighter goes up 5-2. And now he's going to be taking blood time.
Pryor's bleeding from his mouth.
Now you're sitting there at the, we're going to go injury or blood time? We're going injury.
Yeah, it looks like we're going injury here.
But I thought blood was blood.
Yeah, the officials seem to not think that there was blood there, but I could see it from the table.
You know, 20 years ago when I used to referee, you sit there, you get ready to do the finals. You probably had this thought before. You're like, I want heavyweight. I want the heavyweight match. I want to end on a nice, slow match.
Yep.
I wonder if these two guys were thinking that before they came out here tonight.
Everybody says they don't want the heavyweight because they just stand there, but I'll take that. That's an easy scoring match
That's
for
right.
me.
But this one isn't. 5-2 for Pryor. As we said, a little battle of Baltimore here at the beach, just outside Ocean City in Berlin, Maryland, at Stephen Decatur High School. Here we go. Restart. 29 seconds left here in the first period. And Pryor up to his feet again. And Big Matt return. He's going to step over and get the reversal.
Nice use of the hips here from both wrestlers.
I'm very impressed with the way these two are wrestling. I mean, like I said, they're wrestling like 26 pounds out there. We got scrambles, we got hips, we got step overs. And then we got a big double leg and they run out of bounds. And that was just the first period.
I'm excited for 4 more minutes of it. I hope it goes the distance.
Here we go. And everybody's excited for the flip of the coin. Everybody can take a deep breath. He's going to go neutral. Pryor is. He's up 7-2. And right in on a single leg.
Whoa.
And we have
we're
a
going to
call.
get
I
an
think
illegal
a headbutt.
headbutt there. Yep.
So that's his second illegal move. Unsportsmanlike on the headbutt. Makes it 8-2. And Terry wants to talk to these two again. One of our Delaware / Maryland referees, the assistant referee. So they might want to get control. This could end in a fight.
Yeah, I think that's what Terry's main concern is here. It's a nice job as an assistant, too. It's better to have 2 guys out there than one.
That was a good job stepping in and seeing that and stopping the action.
He's doing exactly what the assistant's supposed to do.
And we're on the edge and out of bounds. Minute 46 on the restart, second period.
Just 2 bulls in a china shop here.
Yeah, they are.
That's
a
it.
flagrant. That's over.
Flagrant. They're stopping it.
So your champion at 285 with the disqualification, Jordan Pryor of Dunbar. He's now 18-0.
I think both wrestlers are a bit confused with what happened here.
All right.
Looks from the official, they're saying that Ryder came with a hand on the other side.
And so they're starting to getting everybody under control, getting everybody together. Jordan Pryor is your champion. 2 years in a row, we have a crazy heavyweight match. And folks, we're going to take a commercial timeout. We're going to come back with our outstanding wrestler and hammer of the night. We'll be right back.
Solo Concepts is the premier restaurant group in Southern Delaware. We have 8 restaurants from Lewis all the way down to Fenwick. We have a catering company, a food truck, a soda company, a film company, and a management and consulting company. We believe in beautiful, simple food. We like to develop the people we work with, and at the same time we have a little bit of a higher mission, and we're trying to make the world a better place. And we have a group of people that every day wake up and they get after it, and they're all focused on one thing. And we're trying to make a great company, and we're trying to make the Culinary Coast a national focus for the United States as a food destination. I think we've done a really good job of that in the past few years. The daily grind of the restaurant can be very difficult. You're dealing with alcohol, food, and people. Those are 3 highly volatile things. So sometimes it's better to have a little bit of a higher calling, a little bit of a higher purpose. That as a group, we're trying to get together, sit together and be about something. And for us, it kind of gets us through the hard seasons and the hard times that we can rely on each other. We have about 150 full-time year-round employees, and then every season we hire, I think this year we hired about 270 people. So we have 270 seasonal people spread out throughout the whole county. And for me, it's great. And some of these people started out as 15-year-old busboys working with us. And now they're lawyers and doctors and business executives throughout the world, and they still come back and they have a relationship with us. So it's been a really nice experience for us that we're so connected to the community, and we can develop people on so many different levels. We want to support the people that we work with. We want all of our employees to have what they need to grow and be professional. And we may open 10 more restaurants. We may open 100 more restaurants. But all we know at the end of the day is we want to stick together, and we have a great group of people, and I'm really proud of them. I'm proud of everybody. This is a really trying year, and it's a testament to the team that Matt put together that we flourished after the tragedy. And the stronger and better we can make Southern Delaware, the better our restaurants are going to be.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Stephen Decatur, War on the Shore. And I'm here with our hammer of the night, our outstanding wrestler, Austin Stith from Mount St. Joe, the senior, 16-4. And I'll tell you right now, what got you outstanding wrestler is we had, you see the error there by Paul Perkey.
Yeah.
He pinned everybody in under 30 seconds coming into the finals. We're thinking, this guy's going to be our outstanding wrestler. Austin comes in and pins him to win the title. Talk about your mindset going into that match.
I've seen him wrestle before. He's a great guy. He's a great wrestler. I knew he was gonna come out guns blazing. And he did that, but I knew I had to just stick in there. I had to keep my composure, and I went for some big moves. He went for some big moves, and I made sure I just stayed focused. Made sure I kept my mind.
Early on, he picked you apart with that single leg. I mean, he was just anytime he wanted it. What did you do? What adjustment did you make to take that away? I know you went to that front headlock a little bit.
Well, I realized that basically the only way, I realized he was going to get to my leg. So the way that I decided to stop it was I had to be on my defense. So I dropped my hands a little bit, started lowering my head and just trying to get that front headlock, trying to whip him over and try to hit a cradle.
You had a big one here on the edge. You got the 2 late. I think that 2 maybe coming a little early, it would have put the match in a bigger lead. But let's talk about the pin over there. You went in. You went to your own high crotch. And you listened very well to your coaches. We heard them say, lift and turn. And you did. You lift, you turn them inside. Talk about what happened after that.
You said after?
Yeah, you've lifted him. You've returned him to the mat. Who are you looking at?
I was just thinking squeeze. I was thinking squeeze for dear life because he's a strong guy, and for a second it felt like he was going to break it. So I just thought squeeze as hard as I possibly could.
It was nice to have that high crotch right in front of your bench, wasn't it?
It was.
Coach Barnaby was talking you right through it. You got to love that. Talk a little bit about your team. You guys, second year in a row, you've come down here, you've won this tournament, and you had this thing wrapped up for the finals. Talk about Coach Barnaby and Mount St. Joe's.
I couldn't ask for a better team. I couldn't ask for a better coach. Period, point blank. In my opinion, I got the best coach in the world. Coach Barnaby, Jay Brunstein, Tyler Rill, every coach in our room. They just push us to be the best we could possibly be, and that's why we're the best in the state of Maryland and one of the best in the country. We work our butt off in the room.
The Gales came down here and proved they were the best here tonight. Congratulations on being an outstanding wrestler. Congratulations on the team title, folks. We'll be right back with Coach Harry Barnaby of the Mount St. Joe's Gales. We'll be right back, folks.
I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley, cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is a Solo Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare in a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Right here on the culinary coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On in Lewis and the villages of Five Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, for classic seafood shop. At Sodal, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon.
And welcome back, folks, to Stephen Decatur High School, waiting for Coach Harry Barnaby of Mount St. Joe's, taking care of some business with his team. They are the tournament champions with 298 points. Next closest was the Damascus out of Montgomery County, Maryland. Damascus with 224.5, followed by the Caesar Rodney Riders out of Delaware, third place with 159.5 points. Then Glen Elg, Howard County, Maryland, 143.5. And then number 5, Freedom out of Pennsylvania. They're the fifth place team at 100 with 120. And Sussex Central out of Delaware, 118.5. Archbishop Ryan out of the Philly area finishes 7th with 113. 8th place, Coatesville, also out of Pennsylvania, 95 points. The host team, Stephen Decatur, with 9 points, and rounding out your top 10, St. Mary Riking with 87.5, and they finish in 10th place. And still waiting Coach Harry Barnaby to come over here. The winning team for the second year in a row, the Gales out of Mount St. Joe's. They also had the outstanding wrestler in Austin Stith, the 195-pounder, who got the pin over Paul Perkey, who had pinned his way into the finals, all 30-second and under pins. And so here he comes, making the walk over. And I want to welcome to the broadcast my good friend, Harry Barnaby.
Nice to see you, Benny.
Nice to see you again. And Harry, we talked about last year, met you 20 years ago over at Laurel in a little kids tournament. Now you're the head coach of Mount St. Joe's, back-to-back titles. Talk a little bit about the performance of your team. I mean, you spent most of the wrestlebacks in the hospitality room. You didn't have a whole lot of work to do.
No, that's not accurate. Kids had a good tournament. They came in. They were well prepared. It's very tough competition here.
Yeah.
I mean, each weight class is very deep. Todd does a great job bringing these kids in from all different states.
Right.
And some exciting finals matches.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys punched 8 into the finals. You blew away the competition again this year. And let's talk first about our wrestler of the night, outstanding wrestler, Austin Stith.
I wasn't aware he got OW.
Yeah, he's our OW for the broadcast.
That was exciting.
And Perky came in, and we thought this guy, he pinned everybody in 30 seconds. We're thinking, man, this kid's going to be the OW. And Stith, he pins him there late. But
great matchup.
He made a lot of adjustments late in the match.
He did. Very deep weight class. 95 is a very deep weight class. Perky, ranked number 1 in the state. Austin's ranked number 2. We knew coming in that we were going to have to perform to our best. I don't know how you weather the storm with Perky. He's just an amazing athlete.
Your boy did it.
Fierce competitor.
Right.
And, Austin stuck to our game plan, and he executed. We were fortunate enough to get that last takedown.
Right. Takedown to a pin, and we talked about it. Luckily to get that last takedown right in front of your corner, where obviously you coached him through turning in, and doing all the right things there.
Well, we like to think that.
Yeah.
I think it was more of a reaction. Anyway.
Let's go to 113, your boy. Chris Barnaby, the sophomore, he comes out with a big pin over Patrick Hugas, who was undefeated coming into this match. Talk a little bit about your guy.
Chris did this is my other son, Nick.
Right.
Say hi, Nick. Okay. Chris having a great season. He's very aggressive when he goes out there. He's always looking for the fall. I think between last year and this year, he's already up to 54 pins in his short career, and he had 5 this week, and we're really excited about Chris's work ethic.
And your other champion, Justin Henry, what a gutty performance that kid put on. Obviously, after the first whistle, you could tell there was something wrong with his right knee,
which the coaching staff was not aware of.
Right.
We're wondering why he's limping around on one knee. Evidently, he had tweaked it the match before. He didn't make the coaching staff aware that he was in a position where he could perform 100%. But he again, very gutsy performance.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
you said, a lot of heart. And
smart. He wrestled a very smart match. Yeah.
Opponent, the Glenelg kids, very, very aggressive, and another one we were fortunate to come away with a victory.
Right. So where does Mount St. Joe's go from here? We're mid-season. We're mid-January. What's up next for the Mount St. Joe Gales?
We have a big match against St. Paul's on Wednesday. It's at Boys Latin, and then from there we go into the MIAAs, Independent States, and then the National Preps.
Talk a little bit about this setup here. I like coming down this tournament. Matter of fact, Todd called me to come back and do the finals again this year.
And we're glad you're here.
Yeah, good. Thank you. But a lot of different styles of wrestling from a lot of different areas. You got the Southwestern Virginia, you got the Philly area, Delaware, Eastern Shore, Maryland, public school, Maryland, private school.
You see a lot of different styles. I mean, you've got all these teams coming in, so you're really not sure what you're going to see.
Right.
I mean, you go into some of the tournaments, you have an idea of what the teams are doing, but all these teams, you've got to be prepared, whether they're seeded or not. Every one of these kids are well coached, and they're in great condition, and so I think it produces a phenomenal venue, and we love coming back here.
Good. Ladies and gentlemen, the coach of the Mount St. Joe Gales, Harry Barnaby, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks,
Good luck
Dave.
for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And folks, we're wrapping it up here at Mount St. Joe's, your team champion, Damascus number 2, the Riders of Caesar Rodney number 3, Glen Elg number 4, and Freedom number 5. Our next broadcast will be Wednesday night. The Indian River Indians and the Milford Buccaneers. Rematch of last year's Division II state championship. For Mark Williams, for Nick Hadley, for 302 Sports, and from Stephen Decatur High School, the home of the Seahawks and the home of the War on the Shore. I'm Benny Mitchell, folks. See you Wednesday night.